today we'll continue our journey into more advanced moves, and this one's called Fair Lady Work Shuttles. That's one of them. There's a set of 4 in the advanced section called 4 corners. And what made me think of it is our life skill when we're in that final position is a lot like Fair Lady Work Shuttles. So what we'll do is kind of like cloud hands. There's a transition to get into it that's in some ways more complicated than the move itself. So we will start with a general sort of how to do Fair Lady Work Shuttles, the move, outside of the context of the form. We don't have a whole lot of time, probably like 5 or 6 minutes to give a good transition to the next class. So let's just do that. We'll in the form they go to the corners. We're going to do it facing forward like the life skill. So how to do that? Well, I have to do some translation real quick. Let's do it like this. Let's have the right toes turned out 40. No, let's have them turned towards the wall, turned out 90 degrees from the front, and we're going to step in with the left foot and just have it kind of light, like we were about to step out. And then the arms, we're going to have this what we call like holding the baby or something, and it's, or you could think of it like an L, or like a T if it was my whole arm, but think like an L right here. And they're not touching, but they're both rounded and connected. And can you see me in that kind of position? Yeah. That's our starting position. So step to double dragons, shift to the left, turn to the left, turn the right toes in. And then the arms, you probably can't even see it from there, but the left is rounded up like the opposite one from white crane spreads wings, like you're blocking the sun. The right is pushing like you're in a brush knee push, like we just did a few of those, right? So, reset. Right toes towards your right wall, left foot light, L, baby holding hands, whatever you want to call it. Step to your double dragons, heel toe, shift to your left, turn, let the right toes turn. Reset, let's do that a couple more times so you get a feel for it. We'll look at it from the front, and that will be about all we have time for. Step, shift, and turn. Once more. Step, shift, turn. Okay. Since you can't see what the hands are doing, I'm going to do it at a different angle for the camera. That's all. I don't know what to say about it right now. Normal questions are, why are the hands turning at the time that they're turning? Common mistake is to not turn enough that the right hand goes forward. If I turn it to the side, you'll see that my right hand ends up farther out, not because I'm reaching farther with that arm, but because I've turned in the body, and that's the way they naturally align when they're rounded and connected here, and more just kind of sink elbow here. And then how do the arms turn? Well, if you can go back to loosen the waist, use mind, not strength, sink shoulders, drop elbows, and then turn the body, and see if you can just relax the arms and get them to go where they seem to be going when I do it. More specifically, the left arm rotates while I turn, because it was in a position to do so. The right arm shoots forward also with my turn, thinking of connecting to the right hip. Yeah, no other common mistakes come to mind. Let's practice. We'll talk about ideas of applications later. Oh yeah, it's double dragon's weight at the end. The most important part, feet. So just feel your normal 60-40 weight distribution. Your tuck, you're not leaning forward, right? We have the tendency of when we're shifted back and leaning forward, sometimes we'll want to come forward and still lean forward. No, you keep your tuck, right? You keep your tuck. Come up right again. Okay, let's do 3 more together. Fair Lady Work Shuttles. We'll do it on the other side too next class. 1, Check yourself. Before you wreck yourself, reset. 3. Don't wreck yourself, actually. Just check yourself. Okay, our master's path. Bounce each other, master's path dismissed. All right.